What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. I know it's a super late start. Right now it is currently 5:12 in the afternoon. Decided to just pick up the camera, get some work done on Jalen's car. If you guys didn't watch the last video, we ended up tuning the car. Car was running rough at full throttle. We did a total of 6 pulls, flashing mats in between. Vacuum hose was blowing off from the intake manifold side. We ended up changing the spark plugs. We gapped it to 0.022. We zip tied the vacuum hose so that way they're not blowing off from while we're doing pulls. And then after we did pulls about 3 times, coolant hose exploded. Coolant went literally all over the engine bay, underneath the hood. We cleaned it, and this is where we at right now. So you can see, took all the whole charge pipe off, making it a little much easier. But then we also wanted to run my Evo too at the same time. So this is what I ended up doing. I called all auto stores here in Kona, and none of them have these, you know, coolant hose and stock that we need, from the thermostat to the heater core. So this is what I ended up doing. This is where the coolant hose crack right here. This is where it literally just freaking explode. So I ended up cutting out this section out. Good thing that this coolant hose was a little bit longer. I went to go ahead and slide it in. I had an actual adjustable clamp, and now she is good. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go ahead and bleed the coolant system. Picked up some Xerox Valvoline coolant. I was thinking about getting some Pre-Stone or Peak coolant. I didn't really want to mix with blue and green coolant system, so therefore I just want to keep it straight the same color. Feel pretty confident that we're not gonna have any coolant system or coolant issue or coolant hoses exploding, so we should be okay. After that, I am gonna go ahead, slap the charge pipe back on. I do want to do a data log. I do want to record the AFR, and then I can send it out to my tuner and then see what needs to be adjusted, what needs to be done, and then we can go reflash the map into Jalen's Evo and making sure everything else is top shape. I'm gonna go ahead and let the car run for like about 15 minutes or until when the thermostat opens. That's when the fan turns on, and then we can go ahead and drive the car, do a data log, make sure everything else is good to go. Good, guys. Man, she's a ripper. Hopefully there isn't any cops around. Whew, that scares me. So we made it back home. No sign of any coolant leaks. Of course, there's coolant smell, so obviously you can smell that. Everything looks good. We recorded the AFR, saved the data log. Now I just gotta send it to my tuner, have him look it through it, make sure everything we're good to go. Now someone told me on the last video, I saw a comment, they saying that the same coolant hose that I blew on Jalen's Evo, it happened to them, and it's a possibility it could be like the cylinder head is being lifted during boost, or the head gasket is just kind of warped. The car has ARP studs. I'm pretty sure that thing was torqued down. The ARP studs was on top of this car for like 8 years, 9 years. I actually had to find the coolant hose just to kind of show you guys what the condition looks like and why it teared. Coolant hose that was from the thermostat to the heater core. And look how this thing is. So inside is like, I don't know if you guys can see, but you can see it's like rusted. This coolant hose just feels a little brutal. That's all I can say. I think it just feels like it was about to already let go for once. But if you guys don't know the backstory of this car had sat for 8 years, never had any radiator, coolant holes whatsoever. Everything was pretty much just open. So everything from 8 years, all the moisture kind of got into the engine. It's probably like rusted inside there. Lead these rusts into the coolant holes. May have caused this coolant hose to blow. And on top of that, we have the coolant funnel that we went to go ahead and bleed the coolant system. It only like bubbled like not so much though until the thermostat opens and the fan turned on and went down. But through the whole process of bleeding the coolant system for like about 15-20 minutes, the level was just solid. It wasn't bubbling constantly. So it's now the few days, so we did send out the map and the data log to my tuner, checked it out, everything else good to go. I drove the car for a few days and everything else is good. No sign of any coolant leaks, no coolant issue, no overheating issue. The car is on top shape. Basically went through every gear on boost and it just hold up very, very well. Jalen's car is officially tuned until we do some other mods and we might end up retuning the car. Now Jalen never did drive her car yet. She did rode on the passenger seat. We did a little pull and she just said it did not feel like her car at all. It's so funny to see her reaction. So I'm super excited to see her driving her car for the first time after the car has been completely tuned. Huge shout out to my tuner Dr. Boost for getting Jalen's Evo 8 all dialed in. I'm very excited to see what her reaction is going to be like once she drives the car. It's going to be super sick. It's going to be a fast car for her. She never owned a fast car like this. Never driven a fast car other than just mine, but for her own, this is like her fastest car right here. So I just got home not too long ago from work. It's about almost 11 o'clock. We received the last box or last couple parts that we really need to install everything on my Evo 8. We got 4 boxes over here from STM Tune. Also got a box from AGT and also a box from JDC. So I'm gonna go ahead and open it up, pull all the parts, lay it down. I'm really super excited to open this. It's been a few weeks waiting on these parts and I can't wait to just take a look at it. I already opened that box, but I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys on the camera. Let's go ahead and open these guys up, check it out. What should we open first? I say we should open this big box. Like, I'm tired, but I'm excited at the same time. I just really want to open this. This is just like Christmas, like feeling a kid all over again. Just want to open the box, take a look at it, and the joy is just gonna be right there. Oh man, this thing is heavy. This intercooler is freaking massive. Dang, check this out. Look how big this thing is. That is so sick. That weld looks on point. Everything else on the intercooler looks really, really good. Damn, that's so sick. Wow, this thing is huge. It's gonna look good on the car, guys. Right now we got the first box out of the way. We're gonna go ahead and open this box right here. This thing is massive. I remember when I first opened this, I was thinking like, I think this turbo is too big for me to handle, but 62 mil turbo, guys. This is actually the first brand new turbo that I ever bought in my entire life. And then the last package is from JD Custom. These titanium hardwares, the burn style, it looks so freaking sick. I really wish that I got this in the first place when we went to put in the blue studs on the exhaust manifold, but these are just such a beautiful art right here. Oh man, I'm so excited to throw this on. I do have one more box. I totally forgot I had this. I ordered this like I think a few months back. I'm gonna go ahead and open it up. Oh yeah, Tile BOV, sick. So here are all the parts over here, guys. We have so much parts here. All these are gonna go on top of my Evo 8. I'm so super excited to be throwing all these upgraded parts on top of the car, and it's just gonna look so much nicer than what we have on the car in the first place. So I'm gonna go ahead and do a little run around. This is a STM intercooler. This is a 3.5. This one, it had to be house made from them, so it looks really good. Everything that I see on this intercooler just looks really freaking beautiful. The welding is sick. Everything on that is sick. We also do have the STM 2.5 intercooler piping from the driver's side upper lower and the passenger side lower. Also comes with the clamps, couplings, one over there, and the package is inside there. We do have a tile BOV that I ordered from JD Custom a while back. Comes with the hardwares and clamps. They did came with extra flange, but we don't really need to worry about that because it already had on top on that upper pipe. So all we need to do is just put this on top with the clamp and also put the nozzle for the vacuum lines that needs to hook up on the top. We got an Odyssey battery. We're gonna be running a mini battery in order to run the short route intercooler. This is the only way that will work. Otherwise, you would do a battery relocation in the trunk, which I'm not a really big fan. Also, we do have a STM battery tray that is gonna go in the car. This battery is gonna sit right just like this. Comes with the rods and hardwares on top. 2 threads, one here, one at the other side. Rod just sticks up. Clamp it with these hardwares and the top mount, and that's about it. Comes with these brackets and other hardwares and the battery terminals right here. Here is the Kingly Racing. This is the oil pressure, totally forget what it is, but this mounts on top on the cylinder head, so you have to remove the valve cover, remove the factory one, and put this on top there. Went to go ahead and open the package so that way you guys can see clearly yourself. These are the titanium burnt hardwares, the studs, nuts with the washers. And here's the other package. These things are just look so freaking beautiful. Like, it looks so good. Like in video doesn't really do justice, but in person, once you take these hardwares out of the package, it's just super insane. It just looks so sick, and I freaking love every single piece that they made, and everything else looked exactly the same. Let me go ahead and just run down with you guys. So these hardwares right here, the 5 studs, washer, and nuts, are going to be going where the O2 housing is. So 5 studs on top here, threaded on top on the side of the turbo, and then you go put the O2 housing bolted with the washer and nut, and that's about it. No anti-seize, really recommended. So this package over here, there are 7 small studs, 6 big studs. 7 studs goes on top on the cylinder head, 2 big studs that goes on top on the cylinder head as well, 1 on the bottom left, 1 on the bottom right, and the rest of the studs just goes on top on this side of the turbo where the exhaust manifold just sits right on top. 4 studs over here, put the washer and nuts, tighten it, and that's about it. This is the upgraded turbo that we're gonna be running on my Evo 8. So this is an Evo 9 turbo, but it's a 62 mil. This is made from Tyler Gennari AGT. We are gonna be running a 25 psi wastegate from AGT as well. Comes with the feed hard line that is gonna be mounted on top of the turbo to the cylinder head. Everything else on my old turbo is gonna be transferring on top here. Also, I got some sick sticker from AGT. Shout out to you, thank you so much. Tyler has been really knowledge of everything. Like any questions that I had, he always has an answer, and also knowledge me about the stock block 4G63, which they have a limit on the torque, which is I think was 400 foot-pound. He helped me with the power goal that I'm looking for. The plan is to go to 10 seconds, and I got a 62 mil turbo. And the best thing about this turbo is that it is a 3.5 inlet and has an anti-surge, so it's gonna make crazy loud noise. It is a dual ball bearing, and is also a 10.5 twin scroll, so we'll still have a little spool on the bottom end of low RPM. It's gonna be really nice. Here is the STM fuel pressure regulator kit. Comes with the fuel pressure. Here is the gauge. Here are some mounting brackets and O-ring gaskets, some vacuum lines, feed lines, all the other hardware that is in there. I'm not gonna open it up, I'm just gonna keep it in the bag. Here is the intake air temp sensor, which we're gonna be running speed density. So I already have the spooling up speed density harness in the room already. Here is our 450 wall burrow that we're gonna be running. I did order a kit from STM, so everything else on top here, just in case if we need to use anything that is in this package. It's always good to have extra parts and making sure that you guys need it. And my Evo 8 has a 255 wall burrow, so we're gonna go with a 450 up the fuel system to support the power band that we're looking at. Super excited. I'm probably not going to be installing the parts within maybe a week or two, just because I have so much things going on, side jobs and family stuff and all that kind of stuff in my life. We spend a lot of money on these parts, but it's gonna be freaking worth it. The goal for the Evo 8 is to get into the 10 seconds. The fastest time that the car runs right now with a stock Evo 8 turbo is 11.7. I think this is going to be good on pump gas. We're aiming to do 500 wheel horsepower on this car, keep the torque under 400 foot-pounds just to save the rod for blowing my motor. But I bet a lot of guys out there in the mainland are running massive power on the stock block internal, which is really crazy. I might send it one day. I think this is everything that we really need to get everything to reach our power goal with this setup. I really want to give a huge shout out to STM Tune for doing all these work on the intercooler and the charge pipe and everything else that we ordered through them. Everything quality wise, it looks absolutely amazing. I'm so excited to put all these parts in. Huge shout out to AGT for always been super knowledge, super helpful, just helping me every question that I had, been super helpful. So thank you so much. Also shout out to JDC Custom for always making the most sickest titanium hardwares of the world that I ever seen, and they've always been very helpful as well too. If you guys are interested to pick up any of these parts, I'll have linked down below. And I do have a discount from JD Custom. JV Build is the discount code. We'll save you 10% off any JD Custom products on their website. So yeah guys, that is all the goodies over here. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what you guys think. Don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and hit that notification button for upload content. I'm gonna try my best to post as much videos as I can. I know it's been once a week kind of thing. Just busy with life, busy with family, busy with side jobs. Just gotta hustle, just gotta do what I gotta do. Hello guys, I'll see you guys on the next one.